Please rise and remove your caps for the presentation of the colors. Good morning, or good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Veterans Day program. We are truly grateful to gather together as a school and as a community to honor the remarkable men and women who have served for our country. Thank you for taking the time to be here today with us. Your presence makes this day even more meaningful. Veterans Day is more than a date on the calendar. It is a moment for all of us to pause and reflect on the extraordinary courage, dedication, and sacrifice shown by those who put on the uniform and commit themselves to something larger than their own lives. Our veterans stood ready to protect the freedoms we often take for granted. They worked, trained, served, and sacrificed so our communities could thrive in safety and opportunity. To the veterans who are joining us here today, and to the families who support and stand beside them, we want you to know how deeply we appreciate you. Your service has shaped our nation in ways big and small. It has shaped our local communities, including the young people sitting in this room who benefit every day from the freedoms that you helped secure. You are role models of bravery, integrity, and selflessness, and we are honored to have you with us today. Today's program is about teaching our students the importance of gratitude, respect, and remembrance. As a school, we are committed to helping our young people understand that service comes in many forms, but the commitment of our veterans is something truly extraordinary. Your stories and experiences help guide the next generation toward empathy, responsibility, and a deeper appreciation for the liberties that we all share. We hope this program brings a sense of pride, reflection, and togetherness. Thank you again for joining us as we celebrate, remember, and honor our veterans. We are deeply proud to welcome you today.
Our guest speaker today is Mr. Bradley Jensen from Bruno and proud 1978 graduate of Asquith High School. Go Danes. He made me say that. Mr. Jensen served 26 years in the United States Air Force, rising to the rank of colonel. 2 years in the Emergency Domestic Response Cell for the National Guard Bureau in Washington, D.C., and 15 years in education, mostly running the Empower Learning Center in Hinckley and adult basic education at Hinckley and East Central. He has retired from education as of this year. His military career began with ROTC at UMD. followed by multiple assignments in the US, Europe, and the Middle East as an intelligence officer. He commanded an F-16 aircraft maintenance squadron, finishing his career as the first non-rated vice wing commander of a fighter wing in the Air National Guard while assigned to the 158th Fighter Wing of the Vermont Air National Guard. Colonel Jensen has served as an officer in all three components of the Air Force Reserve, Regular, and National Guard. Well, please welcome Colonel Retired Mr. Bradley Jensen.
That is kind of bad when the introduction is better than the speech you're about to hear. So, but I'd like to thank East Central, my astounding, outstanding introducing speaker, Ms. Eklund, and then the staff and the students of East Central. Thank you for this opportunity to speak to you. I have a number of things to say. I had a 60-minute speech already written out because I knew the fourth graders that were here wanted to sit for 60 minutes and listen to an old man just drone on about his military experience. But hopefully I'll cut it down to maybe 5 minutes or so. But we today will hear from a number of students that will give us an excellent presentation on just different words or their feelings about Veterans Day. But I thought it'd be important for us to start with who is a veteran? What are we talking about when we say veteran? And so a veteran is basically anybody that served in the Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Air Force, go Air Force, or the Coast Guard in an active role. And that could be either in the reserve component, which is a person that is not full-time military, National Guard, the same thing, just different forms, but have served on active duty. And then those that have served on active duty, those are the full-time airmen, soldiers, and sailors, and Coast Guard, Marines that we have in our service. So knowing that, what we are celebrating are those people who have already served. There are three basic holidays for military members. We start with Armed Forces Day, which is usually the third Saturday or the third weekend of May. And that is for the active duty military, those that are serving now on an active duty status. Then we have Memorial Day, which is always the last Monday of May. And that is for those who perished or those who have passed away who have served. So that honors their service and their life. And then we have Veterans Day, and Veterans Day started in 1918, and it basically is to recognize those people that have served and have left the service and are pursuing a civilian career or a civilian life. And so those are the three main areas, or three main types of holidays we have for our military veterans. The Veterans Day itself, although it started in 1918, or honoring 1918, the armistice on the 11th day of the 11th month, on the 11th hour, it really didn't gain national importance until about 1938, when it was named a national holiday. And it wasn't until 1954 that it was really recognized for all veterans in all wars, World War II, World War I, and Korean conflict, and now Vietnam, the Gulf War, and the operations in Iraq and Afghanistan, and beyond. Just trivial, being an old school teacher, it's funny to give notes that you can test people on, numbers that you can test people on. In the U.S., there are 16 to 18 million veterans. It's about 7% of the U.S. population. In Pine County, or in Minnesota, there are 250,000 veterans in the state. And in Pine County itself, we believe there are probably somewhere around 2,200 veterans. These are people, both men and women, that have served their country in uniform. And so What I'd like to let you know is that every veteran is going to be different. And most of everything I will tell you today is probably the truth stretched a little bit farther than it should be. But it is my story, and every veteran will have another story. And I know many of you have either uncles, fathers, brothers, grandfathers that have served in the military, and they will all have their own individual story. But we all of us veterans have something that basically is in common. And that is, one, why we joined the service. Although it could be for different reasons. Some joined because they wanted schooling or education. Many joined because they wanted to serve our country and had that desire to put on the uniform to serve our country in whatever role there was. And some, it was a family tradition. I just found out today, as a matter of fact, my father showed me a certificate. My great-great-great-grandfather was in the Prussian military and received a medal in 1866 for his loyalty in serving in the Prussian army during the Austro-Prussian War in 1866. It's a 7-week war between Austria and the Prussian kingdom. So it was kind of interesting. Obviously, my family goes back a long way in the military. My father served in the military. All of my uncles on my father's side served in the military, and half of my uncles on my mother's side served in the military as well. So there are a number of reasons that people will join the military. The benefits of service, well, the benefits, you get free clothes. You'll get a nice uniform, and as a lot of people will say, you get also some great meals. If you've ever been deployed to the desert, nothing beats an MRE on a hot day. I tell you, they feed you well sometimes, not all the time. A lot of people will join the military for schooling. A lot of people got their college degrees, or they've got their trade, their skills, either plumber, electrician, learning how to be an aircraft mechanic or a mechanic, diesel mechanic, any type of automotive mechanic. They've learned skills in the military. The other thing is travel. Travel is always, whether you like it or not, travel is always part of the military. You go to some of the most garden spots of the world, and you'll sit out in the desert in a tent. Many of us have 100 degrees outside, and the tent is even warmer. So it's a wonderful place if you want to experience things. But in all seriousness, in travel, I've had the opportunity to go to 5 of the 7 continents in the world. I'm missing Australia and Antarctica. They're on my bucket list, but haven't made it there yet. But all the other continents in the world, I've had the opportunity to serve while I was in the military. And finally, camaraderie. It's hard to believe, but in the U.S. military, we bring people from all over the United States, and they learn to serve together. And the military is designed where we are a very small unit and grows into a very large unit. So if you're at an air wing or a division, you are probably part of a squad, and that was probably the best part of the military, is that you are usually serving in a small unit where you get to know people from all over the U.S., and you serve with them for 3 to 4 years at a time, and you get to know the different cultures within our own country. So that is a great thing about the service. The service also comes with sacrifice. Sacrifice means that you're away from your family. I was in the service for 26 years, and I think 5 years of that was away from my family. Off and on different deployments, nothing I had planned, but it's just part of the service, and so that's a sacrifice that people make. They also, number of other sacrifices that people have is missing family events. I can't tell you the number of Christmases, birthdays, anniversaries, those kind of things that a person misses. Also loss of friends. That happens in the military as well. But we have a saying in the military where we embrace the suck. If you survive the military, what you learn is that the military is going to put you in awful situations. And the better you learn to embrace those awful situations, the better you are. After the service, most everybody will tell you that, that we come away from the service with many of those same feelings. Feelings of service, feelings of small group camaraderie, and also the fact that now we are starting to learn to help our veterans transition out of the military into civilian life. Because, believe it or not, they are two different worlds, the military world and the civilian world. And tradition now, our transition now, it goes a long way. And with something we didn't do in the past, and many of the older veterans were just basically, you were in the military one day, you're out of the military the next. Now we've actually got programs to help that individual veteran transition out of the military and to be productive members of the civilian community. So those are kind of the way the military veteran, the background of a military veteran. I'd like to close by just giving you some homework now, especially for those of you in the junior high and elementary classrooms. We always say, thank you for your service. You see it, we have a big sign, thank you for your service. And for many of us veterans, we will say, well, thank you for saying thank you, but it's hard for us to respond. What I would say is the best way to thank a veteran is to say, or is to live a life worthy for all the sacrifices a veteran made. So what are the things you can do? You can stay in school. That would be a big thing. Stay in school and get an education, because that will help you become a more vibrant member of our society and be able to participate in our society. When you're old enough, vote and learn of what you're voting for. Don't just pull a lever, but actually learn what you're gonna and stand behind your convictions. You can live the principles of our country. Our principles of our country are three things: equality, liberty, and opportunity. Make sure that you ensure that you have the equality, the liberty, and opportunity, but you make sure that your fellow citizens have that same opportunity, equality, and liberty. Volunteering in the community is another thing. If you want to do anything, you could be a local firefighter. Especially in our community, we're always looking for volunteer firefighters. So when you're of age, being a volunteer firefighter, I got to put a plug in for them, for the Bruno Volunteer Fire Department. But anyway, being part of your local community is a way that you can say thank you to the vet. And then learning about what veterans go through. Talk to your grandfather, talk to your uncle, talk to your cousin, whoever was in the military, and find out how they are, what their stories are. Some of them will be pretty funny, I guarantee, and some of them will be maybe a little bit on the realistic or sad side. But it's important to know those stories. So today, let's honor our veterans for their courage and what they did for us, the dedication that they used, the service that they performed, and let's commit to keeping the freedom that they worked so hard to install and protect, make sure that that stays in our future. So each day, but especially today on Veterans Day, we are deeply grateful for their extraordinary commitment to our nation. Their service, their sacrifice will never be forgotten. Thank them for answering the call of duty and for protecting our nation and what it stands for. And that's all I have to say. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Brad. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for attending our Veterans Day program today. Like Mrs. Youngberg said, your attendance makes this all a lot more meaningful, so thanks again for being here. I'm Mrs. Barton, one of the 4th grade teachers here at East Central, and I have the pleasure of introducing some student speakers, and they're sharing why Veterans Day is important to them. First to speak will be my elementary student council representatives. In 5th grade, Addie Gavitt, and in 6th grade, Sylvia Vernig. Following them will be 2 high school NHS members, Michaela Degerstrom and Anna Smith.
Today we would like to say thank you to all the brave men and women who have helped keep us safe. We are all thankful to the veterans who have protected us all these years and protected our freedom and their way of life. So today we honor and thank them, and tomorrow we must continue to honor them. They have given us the chance to live freedom and an opportunity to look forward to tomorrow. And in my opinion, I think that veterans should get the more credit that they deserve, and that our country should show them more gratitude for allowing us freedom.
We should always respect veterans because they help protect our country. They also help us understand what happened in the past and what the world has come to now. We owe our veterans our gratitude for our freedoms. On a special day like today, we all should show respect to veterans because they sacrificed a lot for us.
What does freedom mean? Well, according to the dictionary, freedom means quality of or state of being free. Well, what does it mean to you? It could mean being able to make your own decisions, being able to go wherever you want, or being able to speak about whatever you want. Whatever you may think about what freedom means, we must remember who fought for that freedom. Today we are here to celebrate all veterans across the country who fought for our freedom. To all of the veterans and families who are related or have a veteran in their family that are here today, I thank you for your service and for fighting for our freedom and for our country.
Happy Veterans Day. Today we come together to honor and celebrate the men and women who have served in the United States Armed Forces. Each veteran has made sacrifices that go far beyond what most can imagine. Sacrifices of time, comfort, and precious moments with family and friends. Choosing to serve one country requires incredible bravery, deep confidence, and above all, a spirit of selflessness. It means putting others before yourself and dedicating your life to something greater than your own needs. Veterans are true examples of courage and character. Their service has allowed us to live freely, to pursue our dreams, and to feel secure in our homes and communities. Many of the freedoms that we enjoy every single day exists because of their dedication and their willingness to protect them. Even if we don't always see it, the impact of their service touches every one of our lives. Today, we pause to reflect on that service and to express our deepest gratitude. To every veteran, thank you for your courage, your loyalty, and your unwavering commitment to our nation. You remind us of what it truly means to serve with honor and integrity. As we celebrate this Veterans Day, let us carry that spirit of appreciation and respect forward, not only today, but every day. Thank you.
Thank you, veterans and family members, for your sacrifice in protecting us and defending our rights. We appreciate you attending our Veterans Day program this afternoon. Thank you to those who assisted with the program today. American Legion Post 563 of Bruno, Superintendent Ms. Youngberg, Ms. Swanson, and Ms. Sheeran for providing our music, our Student Council and National Honor Society members and their advisors, Ms. Finley and Mr. Jensen, for being our guest speaker today. Before we move to our final acknowledgement, let us pause for a moment to truly reflect on why we gathered. Veterans Day is more than just a date on the calendar. It is a sacred day when we as a nation pause to reflect on the immense weight of the word duty. Your commitment ensured that the halls of East Central remain places of freedom, learning, and opportunity. You protected our past, and your courage inspires our future. We hope that you feel the profound respect we hold for each of you. Lastly, before we leave today, the East Central staff and students would like to show our appreciation for you. East Central students, please rise and join me in a round of applause to thank our veterans.